Now, today let's start with chapter number 2, New Kings and Kingdoms. In this chapter, we will study about some new kings and kingdoms that we see in our history. Now, emergence of new dynasty. Northern Indian was divided into number of small principality in early medieval period. Many small kingdoms emerged after the death of Harsha. जैसे ही क्या हुआ, हर्षा की डेथ हुई, number of kingdoms emerged. And Harsha, like many rulers of that time, had granted land to his senior officers in lieu to salary. ठीक है, वो क्या करते थे, सैलरी के लिए जो अपना लैंड था उसको ग्रांट कर देते थे ऑफिशियल्स को. आफ्टर हिज डेथ these feudal nobles themselves set themselves up as independent warlords. जब इनकी डेथ हो गई, जो feudal novels थे उनके, वो अपने आप को ही क्या मानने लगे, independent warlords. This decentralized system has begun during the late Gupta period. Samantas or treaty chieftains was given land grants in return to which they had to pay taxes to the king. Or even they maintain a small army which the king could call upon if emergency. ठीक है, जिसको किंग क्या कर सकता था, इमरजेंसी में बुला सकता था. At that movement, this arrangement made a lot of sense. The king could maintain core of royal army and spread the burden of maintaining rest of the huge costly army or several north. This system also suited as it gave them local autonomy, wealth, influence, actual military power. The undesirable result of this feudal pact was that if the king power declined, the noble usually revolted. अगर किंग की पावर डिक्लाइन हो जाती थी, जो नॉवेल्स होते थे वो क्या करते थे, रिवोल्ट करते थे. And their lands and army has already made quite powerful. After Harsha's death, due to subsequent confusion, these Samantha soon become quite powerful and adopted pompous title. जैसे उन्होंने महासमनाथा और महामंडलेश्वर, जिसका मीनिंग है द ग्रेट लॉर्ड ऑफ सर्कल ऑफ रिलीजन. In the beginning, Rashtrakutas were the subordinates of Chalukya ruler. One of the Samnatas who made the transition from subordinate to sovereign were Rashtrakuta. Danti Durga, Rashtrakuta chief, declared himself independent of Chalukya rule in mid-18th century. To commemorate this occasion, he organized yajna called Hiranya Garba, जिसे हम golden womb कहते हैं, and he became Kshatriya by his ritual, and which he was not by birth, जो birth से नहीं थे. Now at same time, some enterprising personnel also founded independent kingdom. Mayur Ashram and the founder of Kadamba dynasty, Harish Chandra, said to be the founder of Gujarat dynasty, left their traditional vocation and established kingdoms. They were by profession Brahmins but took to arms a typical Kshatriya domain occupied by the Rajputs. Then India was split into number of small kingdoms by repeated Arab invasion. The stage was set for a major changes in political map of India. From historical point of view, the period from 800 to 1200 AD is so prominent. This period can be examined under two heads. Firstly, the geographical spread of the kingdom, and secondly, their political and administrative structure. कि उनका जो political और administrative structure है, वो क्या है? During medieval period, there were closer contact between the northern and southern part of subcontinent. They gradually increased contact with each other, and the northern Deccan kingdoms participated in the struggle to extend their control over North India, जिससे अपना जो control है North India का उसको extend कर सके. And later the southern Deccan kingdoms also tried to conquer Gangetic plains through the sea route. और ये क्या करने लगे, अपना जो southern Deccan kingdoms है उनको conquer करने लगे. Tripartite struggle from Kannauj. Many powerful empires arose in North India and Deccan between 750. The Pala king ruled eastern and northern region of India and the middle of 9th century. जो प्रतिहार empire है, they dominated western and northern part of India. And the Rashtrakutas empire dominated Deccan, and the possession of Kannauj was supposed to be sovereign over northern India. It all began with the clash between Pratihar ruler वस्त्रराज और पाला रूलर्स धर्मपाल. ठीक है, एक ही क्लैश हो रही थी. जो आपके वस्त्रराज है, ही वॉज अ प्रतिहार रूलर, और आपका जो धर्मपाल है वो पाला रूलर जो थे उनके बीच में. The Pala ruler was defeated and Kannauj fell into the hands of Vastra. देखो जो पालास थे वो हार गए और जो उनका वो था कन्नौज था वो किसके हाथ में चला गया? धर्मपाल। जो कौन से रूलर थे? आपके वस्त्र राज के हाथ में चला गया। जो आपके कौन से रूलर थे? प्रतिहार। But all his crucial states, the Rashtrakuta ruler Dhruva attacked the Pratihar territory. The Pratihar ruler had to rush to Rajputana. Dhruva ruled to the Deccan and Dharampala seized the chance to recover his territory. They recapture Kannauj and they become the Lord of North India. इन्होंने क्या करा? कन्नौज को recapture करा and what they become? They become the Lord of North India. Now Nagavatta, the next Pratihar ruler, also tried to capture Kannauj, but the Pratihar attempt was again foiled by the intervention of Rashtrakuta ruler Govind III. Dharampala and his son Devpala continued to rule over Kannauj when Devpala's successor proved weak and incompetent. The Pratihar ruler Nagabhatta II, जो आपके प्रतिहार रूलर है नागाभट्टा, what he did, he defeated चक्रयुद्ध ऑफ कन्नौज और उन्होंने अपनी कैपिटल को ट्रांसफर करा टू दैट सिटी. He founded Gujjar Patihar kingdom at Kannauj and this put an end to आपका एंड आया 100 years struggle among three power for the control of Kannauj. एक ट्रिपाइड स्ट्रगल चल रही थी कन्नौज के, इसमें आपका गुर्जर प्रतिहार, पालास और कौन थे? This mutual conflicts and prolonged struggle of power exhausted the resources of three contenders. This led to decline and within 300 years all three kingdoms collapsed. And what they did, they gave away new powers. The later Chalukyas overthrew Rashtrakuta Empire. Palas of Bengal were replaced by the Senal and Pratihar Empire जो था वो छोटी छोटी स्टेट्स में टूट गया. उसके बाद आपके गुज्जर प्रतिहार्स आते हैं. गुज्जर प्रतिहार्स they were early Rajputs who began their rule from Gujarat and southwestern Rajasthan. ये क्या थे? अर्ली राजपूत थे गुज्जर प्रतिहार्स जिन्होंने क्या करा? अपना रूल स्टार्ट करा फ्रॉम गुजरात एंड टू साउथ वेस्टर्न राजस्थान. दे रूल्ड ओवर अवंती एंड द पार्ट्स ऑफ सदर्न राजस्थान इन द बिगनिंग ऑफ 8th century and their power rose under the king Nagabhatta first. In 1738, Nagabhatta first defeated Arab of Sindh and they pushed back. King Bhoj, ये most powerful Patihar ruler था. He ruled from 1836 AD to 1885 AD. Arab traveler Suleiman, who visited India around 851 AD, has praised King Bhoj Rige. And in 1018 AD, Rajyapala, the last Patihar ruler, was attacked by किसने अटैक करा? महमूद ऑफ गजनवी. Now we have Rashtrakutas kingdom. He was founded by Danti Durga and overthrew Chalukya in 7050 AD. And they established his capital. कहाँ पे establish करी? Malkhed. And Rashtrakuta soon dominated entire northern Maharashtra. ये dominate करने लगे entire northern Maharashtra. And they patronized Shaivism, Jainism, Vaishnavism, Buddhism and Islam. The magnificent Kailash temple at Ellora was built by Krishna III in 19th century. Now Pala, if we talk about, Bhopala was the founder of this dynasty. He was elected to the throne by the nobles because the previous ruler had died childless. He founded monastery as Udantipuri, modern Bihar, and it was Gopala's son Dharampala whom he have referred to the tripartite struggle. ठीक है, जो किसको रेफर करता है? इस tripartite struggle को. Then we have the Rajputs. We have 4 Rajput clans. कौन-कौन से थे? परमार, ठीक है, प्रतिहार, चौहान और चालुक्य. They were born from the fire altars. ठीक है, they are born from the fire altar. Therefore, they were known as Agnikulas. There is long history of Rajputan. Number of Rajput principalities sprang up across the northern and central India. कब? After the death of Harsha. Each principality jealously guarded its power and refused to submit to another. They ruled over areas of country for 4 long centuries between 800 to 1200 AD. और इस पीरियड को क्या कहा जाता था? आपका जो 800 to 1200 AD का था वो आपका राजपूत पीरियड था. It was a Rajput period. So when invaders from northwestern appeared on the country frontier in 11th-12th century, they failed to present. उन्होंने जो अपना फ्रंट था उसको वो जो फॉर्मिडेबल फ्रंट था उसको वो नहीं कर पाए and lost their independence. Due to their stubborn independence rivalry, a foreign race established in over a whole country. द फर्स्ट अमंग द न्यू इन्वेडर वॉज महमूद गजनवी, जो आपके 1000 AD में आते हैं, एंड ही हैड टू फेस लूज राजपुताना कॉन्फिडेंसली. नाउ वी हैव चौहान डायनेस्टी. गुफकुत फाउंडेड चौहान डायनेस्टी कब? 11th century. अजय देवा चौहान रूलर कॉन्क्वर्ड अजमेर एंड विशाला देवा कॉन्क्वर्ड दिल्ली. ठीक है, जो आपका अजय देव था उन्होंने किसको कॉन्क्वर्ड करा? आपका अजमेर को. और जो आपके विशाला देवा था उन्होंने दिल्ली को. कब करा था? 12th century में. सो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंटली जो चौहान बिगम लॉर्ड्स ऑफ दिल्ली एंड अजमेर. विशाला देव चौहान ग्रेट लवर ऑफ लिटरेचर. पृथ्वीराज चौहान ग्रेटेस्ट रूलर ऑफ दिस डायनेस्टी. पृथ्वीराज चौहान एक वॉयलेंट वॉरियर. चंदा बारदाई जो कोर्ट पोएट थे आपकी, उन्होंने अचीवमेंट बताते हैं पृथ्वीराज चौहान की. उनकी जो फेमस बुक है जिसका नाम है पृथ्वीराज रासो. कौन बताते हैं? चंद बरदाई. कोर्ट पोएट थे किसके? आपके पृथ्वीराज चौहान. Thus we sent them from 640-87 and India remained divided into many small Rajput states. Rajput ruler often quarreled among themselves and they lived side by side and many of them were allied through marriages. Common civilization culture developed over a long period. Their forts, temples and other monuments were excellent example of sculpture, painting, art and architecture. Then we have Turkish invasion. ठीक है, जो मोहम्मद गजनवी हैं, they were the first Turkish invader. गजनवी वॉज स्मॉल किंगडम इन अफगानिस्तान, जिसको किसने फाइंड करा था? एक टर्किश स्लेव थे जिनका नाम था क्या नाम था? अल्तगिन. And Subukuddin succeeded him. Jaipal, ruler of Hindu Shahi dynasty in Afghanistan, Punjab, fought several battles against invasion of Subukuddin. Muhammad of Ghaznavi, elder son of Subukuddin, ascended the throne immediately after the father died. उन्होंने throne ले ली जैसे उनके father की death थी. He led a many a 17 expedition against India between 1000 to 1027. He learned that temples of India had immense amounts of gold. उनको ये पता चला कि जो टेम्पल है इंडिया के वहाँ पे आपको बहुत गोल्ड मिलेगा, ज्वेलरी मिलेगी, प्रीशियस स्टोन मिलेगा. एंड सम ऑफ द फेमस कंपेन जो हुए जैसे कन्नौज, मथुरा, नगरकोट और थानेश्वर, ये इन्होंने क्या करा? बहुत ज्यादा प्लंडर करा और डिस्ट्रक्शन करा ऑफ द फेमस सोमनाथ टेम्पल ऑफ Shorast in 1025 to 26 AD. Muhammad was accompanied by Al-Bruni, Persian scholar. Al-Bruni lived for many years in India and even learned Sanskrit language. इसकी एक फेमस बुक थी जिसका नाम था किताब अल हिंद और आपकी ताहिक इल हिंद, जो डिस्क्राइब करती है अबाउट इंडियंस लाइफ, वहाँ का रिलीजन कैसा था, लैंग्वेज कैसे थे, वहाँ का कल्चर कैसे है. देन वी हैव मोहम्मद गौरी. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट मोहम्मद गौरी. India enjoyed respite about century half from foreign invasion. Death of Mahmud in 1030. Turkish rule remained confined to Punjab. Then Seljuk Turk leader or Sihabuddin Muhammad Ghori drove out Ghaznavi ruler and founded kingdoms of Ghori on its views. He raided. उन्होंने क्या करा? रेड करा the dominion of Anhilwara via Multan, but its rule dropped him back. और सीवियर लॉस भी जाते हैं, जिससे क्या होता है? पंजाब को एनेक्स कर लिया जाता है एंड इंकेपेट नियर श्रीहिंद एंड बॉर्डर टाउन ऑफ चौहान्स डोमिनियन. देन आफ्टरवर्ड बैटल ऑफ तरेन होता है, फॉट बिटवीन पृथ्वीराज चौहान एंड मोहम्मद गौरी. ठीक है, पहले में आपका पृथ्वीराज चौहान जीत जाते हैं. इन दिस बैटल गौरी फ्लू फ्रॉम द बैटल फील्ड विद ब्लीडिंग वाउंड्स. नेक्स्ट ईयर ही रिटर्न एंड ही प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर द बैटल, जो आपका सेकेंड बैटल ऑफ तरेन होता है 1192 में. पहला कब होता है बैटल ऑफ तरेन? 1191 में, 1191 में, और सेकेंड बैटल होता है 1192 में. ठीक है, एंड इट्स रिगार्डेड एज द टर्निंग पॉइंट ऑफ इंडियन हिस्ट्री बिकॉज पृथ्वीराज को इन्होंने इसमें डिफीट कर दिया था, हरा दिया गया था सेकेंड बैटल ऑफ तरेन. Now see the administrative system. If we talk about administrative system, many high sounding titles like Maharaja Dhiraj, Tribhuvan Chakravartin were adopted by new. The offices were mainly recruited from influential families and their position were hereditary. उनकी position क्या थी? Hereditary थी. This was true for both army and revenue collection machinery. One of the biggest changes which took place during medieval period was this system of land revenue collection. In the medieval period, the king did not have direct control over revenue collection due to feudal setup, and the change in the revenue system had also downstream effects of other aspects of life. So what happened? Under this decentralized system, officers they were not paid their salary in cash rather than land grants. At the first, the officer do not have right of ownership. पहले क्या था कि आप अपनी right भी नहीं होता था आपकी अपनी land पे. And they could claim a revenue from the land, and the system of paying salary by land grant for revenue collection gained momentum as the medieval period progressed. As the number of grantees increased, more and more land went into the hands of guarantee. This system made officers less dependent on the king. As a result, what happened? The king became so weak that he could not even maintain a standing army. कि ये अपने एक standing army भी maintain नहीं कर पाया. This explains why kingdoms of north could not defeat themselves properly against a foreign attack. The feudatories were jealous of each other. When feudatory felt that he had become powerful enough, he would declare independent from central authority. The king was too weak to stop the feudatory from doing so. In this way, Rashtrakutas, who became a feudatory of Chalukyas, declared their independence and finally cast off Chalukya's yoke. Similarly, the Cholas थे south के, they had also begun as a feudatories and become ruler in the long run. और ये क्या बन गए? Rulers बन गए. Then pratihars and land grants, prashastis and land grants. We receive information about various activities of the king such as land grant, administration, war, titles through prashastis. Written on behalf of king by learned men, these prashastis were recorded as stone slabs, copper plates on the walls of temple. One prashasti is written in Sanskrit and founded in Gwalior MP explain the exploits of Nagabhatta, that is the Pratihar kings as follow. Now the Cholas. In South India, if we talk about South India, at the beginning of the period of study there were only three kingdoms, Cheras, Cholas और पांड्या. तीन किंगडम थे और वो कहाँ मेंशन थे आपके अशोका एडिक्स में. कौन कौन से थे? चेरा, चोला और पांड्या. Both of these empires ruled over the region 400 years, but in the 19th century AD, Cholas emerged as a great power in South India. They were initially in minor feudal clan known as Mottarnyar and were subordinate to Pala king of Kachevapuram. Vijayalaya, founded in Chola dynasty by conquering Tanjore. The outstanding king of Chola dynasty were Raja Raja I and his instruction and his illustrious son Rajendra Chola. Then Raja Raja I, he was an expert general and campaign in many directions. His achievements were remarkable. He extended his rule to the north as far as Kalinga. His capital was Tanjore. He also conquered island of Sri Lanka. Raja Raja was a great conqueror as well as capable administrator. He made reforms in our revenue administration and took measures for the welfare of the peasants. Raja Raja, he was a great builder. His most famous monuments in Rajarajeshwar temple of Lord Shiva at Tanjore. Dravidian architecture had no another species fine as Rajarajeshwar temple. Then we have Rajendra Chola. He succeeded his father Raja Raja I. इन्होंने किसको succeed करा? अपने father Raja Raja first को. He worthy son and worthy father. He raised Chola power to high water mark. He occupied whole of Sri Lanka. The conquest of Bengal was the most important achievement of Rajendra, and he assumed the title of Gangaikonda Chola. Rajendra's most impressive achievement was conquest of Java and Sumatra, Malaya and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This shows that he was an expert naval commander and has a sheer magnitude of naval operations. Then administration, society and art and culture. The Chola administration was highly systematic and well organized. The empire was divided into 6 provinces. 6 province में डिवाइड था जिसे हम मंडलास कहते हैं. और उसको कौन कवर करता था? मंडलास को जो हमारे वाइसरॉय होते थे वो उसको गवर्न करते थे. The province was further divided into district and nadus. Each nadu was subdivided into, जो नाडूस थे उनको हमने किस में डिवाइड करा था? आपके कोटमाज और कुरुमाज में, जिसमें आपके विलेजेस होते थे. and the king was head of the whole administration, and there were number of high official in charge of various departments under the king. Then we have provincial administration. Generally, the king appointed person belonging to royal family as governor. They carried out order of the king in the province. They were also responsible for maintaining law and order. ये किसके लिए responsible थे कि जो country है उसमें law and order maintain करके. Then we have village administration. Under Chola king, villages enjoy self government. जो सारी पावर थी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के विलेजेस में वो किसके हाथ में थी? विलेज असेंबली की उर और सभा के. It carried on its work through various committees. It had the power to collect and spend revenue of the village. उसके पास पावर था कि आप रेवेन्यू कलेक्ट करो और विलेज पे स्पेंड करो. Then the landlords were best off with many titles like Muvendevalan, Velan, a peasant serving 3 kings. Aryar chief होते थे, and they entrusted them with important offices of the state at the center. Then financial administration. Land revenue was the main source of income. देखो जो लैंड रेवेन्यू होता था वो मेन सोर्स ऑफ इनकम होता था, एंड इट वाज प्रोबेबली 1/6 ऑफ द टोटल प्रोड्यूस. The other sources of revenue were salt tax, custom duty, professional tax, water cess or fines. And the income of the state was spent on the king and his court, salary of official, army, religious institution or construction of work of public utility. जो चोला इंस्क्रिप्शन था वो 400 से ज़्यादा टर्म्स यूज करते थे टू डिस्क्राइब द टैक्सेस. वेती और फोर्स लेबर और कंडमाई और लैंड रेवेन्यू ये मोस्ट frequently mentioned text. What are these? These are most frequently mentioned text. Then art and architecture. If we talk about art and architecture, the Chola king has keen interest in art. What they did, they developed and perfected the Dravidian style of art and architecture. The making of bronze images was most distinct in its style. Especially जो bronze image होती थी dancing Shiva और नटराज of the craft. ये आपको देखने को मिलती है. Then Chola temple, the great राजा राजेश्वर टेम्पल जो चंदौर में था, तंजौर में था सॉरी, वो किसने बनाया था? राजा राजा. ये क्या थे? आपके ग्रेटेस्ट चोला मॉन्यूमेंट था. ये 180 फीट लॉन्ग, इसकी जो लंबाई थी वो 180 फीट थी और इसकी ग्रेट शिखारा टावर थी जो 190 फीट थी. द टेम्पल वन टाइम लेसेस क्राउन बाय ह्यूज डोम. इट इज कवर्ड फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम विद ब्यूटीफुल कार्विंग. Its construction was started in 1000 AD and was completed in 1010 AD. 1000 AD में start हुआ था और 1010 AD में complete हुआ था. And the temple of Gangaikonda Pulam was built during the design of Rajendra I. Another great monument था Chola period का. Its design और style जो थे वो similar थे to those of other famous temple, जैसे आपका राजेश्वर temple है. And then the main temple built on a rectangular which is 240 feet broad. And mandapa of the temple is 120 supporting pillar. कितने से 150 supporting pillar. कितने pillar हैं? 150 pillar हैं जो उस मंडपा को support कर रहा था. Right? This was all in this chapter. Hope you understood. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.